Well, like government money on a bad idea, the Jeffrey Epstein saga is sticking to Donald Trump despite his demands for questions to stop. The problem is that he and others within the party made a big deal of it during the election campaign.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
But since he won the election, it's very much been nothing to see here, which has only irritated large swathes of the American public, including Trump supporters who want more details.
These files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden. It's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring.
Yeah, he also blamed the Democrats on that this week. And also this morning, the Justice Department has fired federal prosecutor Maureen Comey, James Comey's daughter, who was involved in a number of high-profile criminal cases, including Epstein, amongst others. Joining us live this morning is our US analyst Michael Ware. It's dogging the president, isn't it? This one, Michael?
Yeah, even the president doesn't understand, as he says, why this thing just won't go away. His spokeswoman even chided the press for saying, do you think this is really the most important story at the moment that Americans want to hear about? Well, to the hardcore MAGA base, yes, this is a story they want to hear about it. And they feel a sense of betrayal because, as you highlighted, this was a key promise during President Trump's campaign during the election that he would release these Epstein files. Now, to the president's credit, when he got into office, he immediately ordered an investigation by the Attorney General and the FBI. And indeed, earlier this year, the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, said that she had Epstein's client list sitting on her desk. Now, with time past, an investigation of whatever nature is now finished, and the MAGA base is being told that this client list doesn't exist. And so this is chiefly among the MAGA conspiracists. It has echoes of QAnon because they are waiting for revelations about potentially Democrats or others who cozied up to Epstein or were being blackmailed by Epstein. And so there is an uproar. And we're seeing this is one of the first great fissures between the president and his MAGA base. Because to them, this is an existential issue. And
well, it's deep state stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, people like Joe Rogan have criticised this decision, and Stephen Bannon, some of the leading podcasters, some of the leading MAGA organisations are up in arms.
Yeah,
and the president is showing no interest. He's calling them ultra-right.
Yeah, and you do have... Yeah, no, sorry to interrupt you there, Michael. I mean, you do have that piece of evidence, really, that keeps this thing alive, of that missing minute of security footage inside the jail. And I know that the government had said just last week that it was just a glitch, that had happened constantly at that same time every night that they were working to fix. Was there really enough time for someone to get in there and kill Epstein within 1 minute? You doubt it, but I mean, it just keeps the story alive, doesn't it?
Well, it really does. And given that we're told that he hung himself, that's a lot to arrange in 60 seconds. To open a cell, close a cell, and string a bloke up. So that's hard to believe on its face. And there's also another fissure here that it's emerging, weirdly, over immigration, because the big agricultural lobby has been pressing the president to back off the detention of illegal immigrants from the farms because they can't function financially without them. And even the president says he doesn't want to take people away from the farmers. He said that these people are doing jobs Americans won't do. So people like Stephen Bannon, his former advisor, and others are saying that also is betrayal, even if it's only a small part of a far greater immigration problem. But this is the first time we've seen a crisis within the MAGA base.
Sure.
It's now bleeding into the House Republican
You
majority.
just mentioned, just before we go, Michael, I just want to slide this question in because you mentioned Pam Bondi. It feels like it's a matter of time before she gets flicked. I mean, do you suspect she's a gone burger?
Well, you know, that's one of the rumours that's circulating around, and there's lots of speculation. But for now, the president is firmly standing behind her. And as I said, he has urged her to release anything regarding Epstein that is of credible evidence, but she's saying there's none there. And that's just enraged the hardcore MAGA people.
Good to see you as always on this Friday morning, Michael. You have yourself a good weekend.